What started off last year, and we talked about it a little bit last year with Colin Kaepernick, who's unemployed right now. He's not being hired by NFL teams. They think he's being blackballed because of the whole thing.
Okay.
You have a bunch of players on most teams who are either kneeling, they're sitting out, they're making some sort of stand, some sort of gesture to protest. What began as a protest for police brutality against people of color, particularly African Americans, and just in general racial inequality. It's kind of spiraled into this whole thing. And now the president got involved and it's become a bigger issue. So first of all, before we get into Trump interjecting and Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence PR stunt recently, what do you guys think about NFL players kneeling during the anthem? Do you think that it's completely justified, or do you think that it's disrespectful to the country? What do you guys think?
Look, everybody has a right to freedom of speech, and I think that obviously the players are using this platform where millions of people are watching them on a Sunday, on a Monday, whatever, to really get their message across. What I don't like is that sometimes I think sports or anything on TV is sometimes an escapism from the news and from politics. So to have that kind of interject into the world of sports is just, it's a little bit annoying sometimes, I think.
I want to comment on what Dennis said, because I think in my mind, that's the reason that you don't like is I think the reason it's so important to put it into sports is because, yeah, we do go to sports to get away from that. But the problem is there's nowhere for people who are discriminated against to go away and find shelter. It's affecting them their entire lives. So there's no place, I think, that conversation shouldn't happen, and I think sports are a great way to kind of push those issues, especially when you're kneeling on a field. You're not going out and terrorizing someone. No, do you know what I mean? It's like no one's going to get hurt. No one's going to be affected by your kneeling. So I think what's important to remember is that people who maybe you don't understand their experience, but it's important to give them that platform to share.
Especially because it's a peaceful way of doing it, like you said.
Totally.
There's a lot of people that protest different ways. There's people that go on hunger strikes and stuff like that. I mean,
there's people that throw bottles at people they disagree with.
Yeah,
that's not
and
the way
then
to
there's
do it.
people
Don't do that.
that do it in a violent way. So why is it so wrong to get a point across when it's being done on the right way, not only the right way, but in a peaceful way? And it's nothing that has to do with any kind of disrespect to the flag or to the anthem or to the country itself. It's a form of protest, and we are allowed to do that.
It's so nice.
Well, there's a little bit of disagreement, and I want to kind of I want to bring it together a little bit, because I mean this is what.
Plus, it's a sport also that has a lot of people of color.
Absolutely.
So they're obviously making a point because there's obviously an issue in this country when it comes to racism, and not only that, but with the violence, with the police and all that stuff. So I believe that we are in a country that we are allowed, and it's more than okay to do so, especially if it's a peaceful.
I think that a lot of the players didn't realize that there was going to be a backlash, and the backlash is depending on the studies. Now, there's a lot of studies that say that the majority of the country is for them exercising their freedom of speech. But when you look at other angles, half of NFL fans, which a lot of them are in the middle of the country, a lot of them are conservative, half of them are unsupportive of it, and you hear the boos. Donald Trump got into it, and he's doing what he knows what to do. He's bringing the culture war to them. And he interjected a few weeks ago when he called all of them SOBs. That actually got a backlash towards him. Yeah. But a couple weeks after that, what we're seeing is that they're really just making this a big culture war where they're putting the players in a corner to where they're making it seem like the players are protesting the flag, the country, and the military, which is not what they were doing in the first place. But it is a smart move to back them in this corner to where now the NFL is losing ratings. The NFL is losing.
Well, is that the only reason why they're losing ratings, or is this like, just the result of a long, string of things?
And plus, kneeling is an act of respect. That's what you do in church and stuff like that.
But some people might say that they're disrespecting it because you're supposed to stand up during the flag.
Yeah, you're supposed to, and you're also supposed to not be racist in a country like this, and we're still dealing with these kind of problems, and we're supposed to do many things that we're not doing, and somehow we need to get our points across.
I think it's been blown extremely out of proportion because of all of the commentary that the president has made. It's like I probably wouldn't have known about this unless the president got involved, because I don't really watch football.
Here's the thing: even though I don't agree with him, he kind of knows what he's doing by putting this culture in the forefront.
How can black people protest? That would be my question.
Absolutely, I think they're doing a good job of it.
Tell us how.
Tell us how. Hit us up here on the Zoo, especially our Afro-Latino friends, and tell us what you think.